that didn't work
stupid. Right, I'll just go from now.
We can always use that.
All right. Can we use that?
Loads of laughing. Yeah, I think it's a funny laugh.
Oh, all right.
No, I fucked it.
Well,
okay, just go from here.
Okay.
You can always edit this bit in and the middle of the other bit out.
Oh, okay. Where was I? All right. Welcome to the Hollow Podcast with me, Chris. You might have heard me before, and this little guy over here.
Little guy is Mark.
Yeah, it's Mark. I just thought table.
Oh shit, we don't need to touch the
Yeah.
table.
So let's stay away from the table.
The
Right.
table is now acid. The walls are acid.
Yeah, right. So, who are we? What are we doing? This is the Hollow Podcast, and we're doing an advice podcast in a way.
Yeah.
What did I dub us the other day? Agony Uncles of the Internet.
Yeah.
I quite like that. I think that makes sense because we just want to help people. That's what we're trying to do.
Like Oxfam.
I look there. Can you see? Like Oxfam.
Mm-hmm.
I posted a thing on Google Plus, which I'd never done before. Wait, just if you put your arms
I don't know what to do with my
down,
hands now. You've
put them down, you'll be
nervous.
fine.
Right. Okay.
I posted a thing on Google Plus, which I've never done before.
Yeah.
Have you ever used Google Plus?
I have never used
It's
Google
really
Plus.
weird. I didn't know what I was doing for a while, and then I just posted this thing asking people for questions about life and stuff like that. And do you know how many replies we had?
Probably about 5.
We had one.
Oh wow! From this
This
lovely
one
lady
doesn't
here.
count. No, actually,
This one doesn't count.
Well, think about what she said.
What kind of advice? Well, that is a question.
It is a question. What type of advice? General life stuff.
or business related?
I don't quite know where she got the business related.
Yeah.
Don't know what she means by that.
Well,
but
maybe we'll
anything,
make that into
anything at
something.
all. But more than anything, it's just a bit of fun.
Yeah.
We're not. It's not serious. We don't want to be getting too deep into this.
Although later on I will be talking about all my success and how I got here and other business related advice.
Yes.
Which is going to be obviously coming up.
What business advice?
It's going to be a hell of a lot like a TED talk, but
Right.
really just
But
me just talking about graphic design.
I'll stay quiet.
Yeah.
Okay.
Best off.
That
But
makes
business related advice
We'll get to that.
is welcome. Like what?
Do
I increase my credit rating?
Well, I'm
all that sort of
terrified
stuff
to do
is
that,
going
'cause
to.
what
gonna
if
put
they
me into a
go
play.
under? And then we'll just look like idiots.
I think I'm going to go under before they go under.
Oh, that's true.
Like these questions.
Yeah, that's true enough. Well, if you have your own question, because we need more, obviously,
There's no questions
just
yet.
email us at hollowaddress@gmail.com. Just with anything.
And
Just
we'll
a
get back
life
to you.
conundrums. Well, we'll get back to you through the medium of podcasts.
Yeah, exactly.
But we did have one little guy.
Also, we're
email
sharing
us.
anonymity here.
Yeah, we're not
This
going
is
to tell you
something
who
else.
these
We're not gonna tell you
people
the
are.
names.
Even though, well, one reason is, can you see that guy's name there?
I can see it. Yeah. That's
Can
a
you
tough
pronounce
name
his
to write.
surname?
That's
No,
a
I
tough
can't.
name
I
to
have no
say.
idea what he's called. So I'm going to call him Flan.
I was kind of actually attempting him, but then I completely
No,
forgot about the
no, it's anonymity. So he's called Flan Rogers,
Flan Rogers.
right? And he's not only our first question, like he's first guy to ask us a question, but he's also asked us multiple questions.
Yeah, he's good. He's
So-
done a good job here.
The first one being, how do I make a TDCS machine?
I don't know what that means.
No, do I, to be honest with you.
Is
But
it like? I'm just looking at the word.
we could Google it.
Oh no, that's no fun.
But it isn't
Yes,
fun.
at times.
Well, but he's done a
depicting a tiny. It's a small T, to be honest.
Yeah, it's a small T, and then the rest of it is in capitals. So it's little T DCS machine. I have no idea. I don't even know where to start with that. So I just suggest.
Hook up
just
to a flux capacitor. That's probably the best option.
Or I was going to say just ring B&Q, see what they.
Yeah, maybe possibly.
Like a hardware store.
He lives in America. So
He lives in
Walmart
Brooklyn,
or
which you'll
something.
find out later.
Yeah. maybe
I'm going to leave
Walmart.
that second question to the end because
It's a good one.
yeah.
It's a good
So
one.
the third one is, how do I avoid dying from a
Dying.
How
How do I avoid calling Ebola
dialing
victims?
Ebola? How do
Can
I
I get it over
avoid
the
dying from Ebola?
And are you sure?
I'm sure I have an idea. Yeah.
Have you
I
been
mean-
to Africa? That's the biggest question. I mean,
Well-
like, there's a lot of people out there that are just going, I'm going to get Ebola because my niece went to like South Africa for a week.
Yeah.
It really
Has
just
it hit
be
South
logical.
Africa? Is it in South
It has
Africa?
probably not. No, but people just
South
have no
Africa's
idea.
Probably all right, isn't it? I think you'll be okay. Just don't lick anything,
Yeah, that's a good point. That's
or
a good
go
point.
anywhere near hospital. Well,
No, hospital. I don't think any hospitals. I don't even think America's got it. You know. I think,
Well,
it's kind of-
so I think there was some little fellas
it's kind
that came home,
some
like
little
nurses
fellas.
and that.
Yeah, and then just had Ebola. It's
But they
not
were like,
great.
did you see those things they put them in? They put them in like big, it was sort of like really big shopping bags. Like no, that doesn't make any sense. It's like plastic. It's like a big plastic cage
Yeah, because
Made
the
of,
shopping
like-
bags made no sense, and that makes perfect sense.
But it was like a big net. You know those nets
But
you
why
see
was
in
it a
Africa?
net? Nets thing?
You know
Well,
those
like mosquito nets?
Yeah, right. But it was made out of like solid plastic, like thick sheet plastic.
like the sort
And
of,
they put them
like
in
a
it,
curtain,
and they had little
like a bathroom curtain.
a bit like that, but more
Yeah.
sophisticated. And they also had these little in it. They had little holes where they could put
Like
their
touching
arms
radioactive
through.
people.
A lot like
Yeah,
that, like
a
Homer
lot
Simpson
like that.
doing his thing.
E.T. A lot of people in
I
E.T.
don't remember
mask,
E.T.
E.T. outfit. You
Yeah,
never seen E.T.?
well, I think I have. But
That was my E.T.
that was good. He was here with us. Oh my god, I can't believe it.
That was him running from the bedroom into...
When he got a bowler.
Yeah, when he
Do
got...
you
When
reckon you
E.T.
could
got
get?
a bowler.
Do you reckon you could get a bowler?
Probably not, no.
Probably
Well, he
not.
did get sick pretty easy, and it was pretty quick for him to get sick.
Did he
just
get
sort-
sick?
Do you remember when he just like all washed up?
No,
all
I don't
white?
really remember films very well.
What? You don't remember
I watched a
E.T.?
film last week about Scientology, and I was telling my mate Wes about it. I sort of couldn't remember all the
You
stuff.
just couldn't remember any of
No.
it. No, it's pretty bullshit.
It was amazing. It's called Going Clear. If you ever want to watch a film about,
Wait, is
if
it,
you
is it
if
pro
you
Scientology or
No,
pro
it's sort of
anti-Scientology? just sort of
just
telling
about
you
it.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Some of the weird shit that goes on.
Do you believe it? Any of it?
Do I believe it exists,
What
or do
do you
I
mean
believe
Ebola?
that it's Ebola?
No, sorry.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
It's all a scam, man.
It was
It's
made
all
by
put out by the
it was
government,
made
just like
by
AIDS.
Scientologists. Ebola, that's where it comes from. No, I do. There's an amazing thing about because they got tax. We're going on a bit of tangent here, but there's this amazing thing with like, they got tax exempt because they wanted to become a religion. They only became a religion a couple of years ago, but because of that, they had to. The reason you're tax exempt when you're religious is that you're supposed to spend not all of it, but a lot of the money that you make on making the world a better place.
Yeah.
Which essentially is often buying buildings so that you can facilitate, like counselling or whatever.
Also, guys, if you were wondering if this was going to be business related, it turns out it is
it
going to be
is.
business
It is.
related.
Look at this. You can be a religion and that.
Yeah.
So what they did was to hide all the money that they have because they have too much money. They just buy every building in sight. There's in every city there will be a Scientology. We have one in
Yeah, we've
Manchester.
got one in Manchester.
It's
weird.
tiny. I've never seen anyone in it.
It's opposite Almost Famous, so I always see it.
I've only been to that little one.
Yeah, it's nice. The other one's nice. Anyway,
Oh, yeah.
I don't think you've got a
Flan.
bowler.
No, he'll. I'm.
Is his
Well,
name
what?
Flan? Shit, what's his name?
His name's Flan. Flan Rogers, I think I called him.
Yeah.
And the last, well, not the last one, but the next one was, how do we get more subscribers?
What
do we do to get more
What do we
subscribers?
got to do to get more subscribers?
I don't know
Right.
what that means because
I don't know.
he's saying we as if he's part of this.
Well, he could be.
Which
everyone,
he is
everyone
now.
is part of this.
I
Now
suppose
Flan
that's
Rogers
true.
is part of this.
Flan,
You could be.
we
part
love
of
you too,
this.
but the little picture of him,
yeah,
he looks
no,
quite
he could
sad.
be quite a good guy.
He's sort of half frowning. He looks a bit weird.
Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. We're clearly not experts because I've got barely any.
But
Where are we? What are we doing?
To us, what we're going to do is we're going to keep. If you subscribe to us, we will write you a little message or whatever, and we'll put you in the podcast. No, for everyone.
What if we got a
I'm
million
saying if they
subscribers
send in,
tomorrow?
If they send in a what's it called? If they send in a message, then obviously we will take the time out. I mean, 2 people sent us a message, and we're taking the time out to make a
That's
nice little
true.
thing. We're talking
That's
about Flan.
true. We'll talk
Flan,
about
by the
Flan.
way, you've got really cool red glasses on, and you live in NYC.
Yeah.
/ Brooklyn.
Well, I think he's pretty much got it made up.
Yeah,
But his
he does.
last question
is the best song.
is the best one, and it's a conversation we've had.
Never about NYC though.
No, but we've had the actual conversation thousands of times, and it is: in the event of a zombie apocalypse, is it better to stay inside or try and get out of NYC? I live in Brooklyn.
What do you think?
Specifically, the Brooklyn thing. I think you're in one of the best places ever, because going on a tangent, my zombie plan, as Mark very well knows, is the sea is the key. Just get to the sea and you'll be fine. Zombies don't swim.
Yeah, I don't like that.
You don't like that?
I've never liked
it's
that.
weird. I think it's brilliant because I think if you get a boat and get out to sea,
So you think you
there's
should
nothing
leave?
you can do.
You think you should leave NYC?
I think
The
you should
Brooklyn
leave
area?
America in general. Just get on a
Yeah, but
boat.
why? What's going to be out there? What's he going to do? Where's he
Not
going to get water
death.
from? Where's he going to get water from?
Well,
I know he's on the
that's
sea.
the thing.
But we've all seen Waterworld. He ends up winging into that little machine.
I haven't
and
seen
then
Waterworld,
pumping it
but it's
through.
on my little Netflix thing.
Yeah, it's a good one. Waterworld's good.
Is it? I thought everybody hated
Kevin
it.
Costner? I don't know. Maybe.
Everybody hates it, I think.
Yeah, it was alright. It was one.
But I want to
it was
watch
the
it because it
90s.
looks weird.
Yeah, it is a weird one. It's a famous
Yeah.
one though. Anyway,
Yeah, it is a famous one.
I think to be honest, we've all seen I Am Legend. It doesn't work out. He's the only guy in NYC.
Oh, there was a version of it where it works out.
I think you should get. I don't know. It depends where was the outbreak. If the outbreak's not in NYC, then you've got no problem being in NYC, because you know what, you could probably just shut down those bridges and just live a little life in there. Depends where the outbreak is. If the outbreak's over in like Wisconsin or whatever,
I was going to say
you've got a lot of time, because that 70 shows over there. You've got a lot of time just to sort of like bunker down and get sorted in NYC. But then again, if it's Brooklyn,
but if it breaks out in NYC, it breaks out quickly, I imagine.
Yeah, obviously.
It's like a hotbed.
Yeah, but everything seems to break out in NYC. But in this,
except for Ebola. Maybe that's what he's worried about.
Maybe that is what he's worried about. Shit always happens in NYC. Avengers get attacked.
That's real.
Oh no, but like,
I suppose zombies aren't.
Yeah,
real.
zombies aren't real.
That's true. There's an amazing part of the World War Z, the book, not the shitty film, where there's a mercenary who's sent to protect a load of celebrities in this celebrity house on Long Island, and this celebrity is like live streaming
all the shows
inside the house.
Was World War Z like? I've never seen it or read it, to be honest.
It's a long story, but anyway, so this bloke he's contracted to protect the house, and shit hits the fan really quickly. And it's amazing because he's like, there's loads of walls, and he's looking out over the walls at night, and he looks through, like, he just sees all these things coming towards the walls, and he's like, shit, zombies. It's like, wait, they're not zombies, because zombies walk.
They're running.
And they're running, and they're holding children.
I thought the ones
and
in
he was
World War
like,
Z couldn't walk in the book.
No, they can walk.
What? No, they couldn't run. Sorry.
Oh, they can't run. No, but they're not running.
Oh,
he
right,
realizes that they're people.
Oh shit.
And they're terrified because the only thing they've seen so far of normality and protected space was this guy's house.
Yeah, that's weird.
So they're all going for the house, and
Yeah.
they all run in, and then he finds a surfboard and surfs off. So maybe that's what we should do.
Yeah, just go and surf. I mean,
Go find a.
it's pretty cold.
I remember him saying it was really expensive. I don't know what that means.
What?
Really expensive
Brooklyn.
surfboard. But yeah, there you go, Flan.
Yeah, Flan.
I think we've answered all of your
I think
questions.
you probably wait. Let's just go for a bit to finish a run two. We don't know how to make a TDCS machine.
No one
We
knows how to do that.
do know that you probably don't have Ebola, and if you do, we're sorry because we let you down.
Getting subscribers, don't worry about that. Just live your life, do what you
just
want.
subscribe to us, and everyone here just subscribe to us, and then we'll just do nice messages if you send us some nice
Say
messages.
hello and that.
Yeah.
And stay in NYC.
Yeah, stay in there.
Go to Long Island and get a surfboard.
Yeah, probably. I mean, like, that's a long way.
That's right next door.
We don't know American thing. Like, I mean,
Long Island's right next door.
Right next door for America, though, is like, oh right, yeah, it's up in Scotland.
No, I think it is.
No, it is like that. It's like we can go
No,
for like a
it
3-hour
is
drive
right
right
next
now.
door.
Long Island. I mean,
I don't know.
We should
Well,
probably
if
look
it's
at
not
that.
that far away, go to
there.
Long Island.
Yeah.
If it is really far away,
I think it's far.
go to Jersey or something. That's not that far.
Jersey. But why are they going to anyway? He's in Brooklyn. Jersey's going to be
Brooklyn's
full of like
part of the
orange
mainland,
zombies.
isn't it?
No, I don't think so. Well, maybe it is. We're not very good with.
We're
this
not
sort of
good
stuff.
with geography.
Yeah. We know that Manhattan is an island. That's all we know.
Yeah, go to Manhattan.
Yeah, you're near there anyway. That could
You're
be
near.
a good place.
That's where you're nearby.
Everyone could just live in Manhattan. I think you could probably just live in
No,
Manhattan.
bit
There's a lot.
small.
No, not everyone in the world, but like
Oh.
if you could just shut off Manhattan from the rest of the world, I think they could survive for quite a while.
Oh yeah, everyone who lives in it would
Yeah.
survive. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, if they just shut it off. If like zombie apocalypse came, Brooklyn Bridge, George Washington Bridge, whatever the other bridges are called, they would just close down like in Rise of the Planet of the Apes or that or Batman.
Oh man.
Do you know the Batman The Dark Knight Rises? I know that's Gotham, but it's based on New York.
Yeah, I haven't seen that.
You've not seen.
You know my
you've not seen
feelings
a lot
on
of films, have
Batman.
you?
I'm not a huge fan of Batman.
Batman's good. Batman is good.
Thanks.
Did you like The Dark Knight?
Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's all right. Well, it's just Dark Knight. The Dark Knight's the best film ever. Okay. Let's move on to the next
Okay,
question.
so because Flan was the only person to email us with any real questions, we're going to Yahoo. We're going to help people on a much broader scale. So hopefully this person, well, not that one, not that one. Right, this one's brilliant.
Okay, this is sort of where we actually got some really really quite nice questions from Flan, and the Flan's questions are quite cool and quite respected maybe.
Yeah.
And this one is now. I'm gonna say I told my boyfriend he has a small penis and I regret it. Help.
It's quite a long story.
Okay, it sounds awful.
But-
Do you want me to read it out?
If you want to read it out, you can. I read it already.
Okay.
So I know what
need to read it
happened.
to familiarise myself with it.
Okay.
So me and my boyfriend have been together for 3 years. Everything between us is great, including the sex. Obviously not if you're telling me he's got a small penis.
He spells something wrong here. It means
Well,
I
this
love
is-
him and I love him to death.
But the other day, him and I were playing a stupid card game which dares want someone to confess something about the other. So it was fun until I got a card that told me to confess to my boyfriend something about the sex he might find embarrassing. What? But I couldn't think of anything. I enjoy the sex. He does everything great. Then I thought about his penis. It's relatively small, 4 to 5 inches erect, 2 to 3. Are you measuring his penis flaccid?
Well, I mean that's what I think's
yeah,
weird.
like that's weird. Like 2 to 3 inches flaccid. Then like what? Are you just there like while he's sleeping?
Well-
Guys always will tell you how big their penis is when it's 4 to 5. When it's erect, never when it's flaccid.
But she's seen it.
Yeah, I know, but like what she
And when
like,
he's like-
what she
when he's-
comparing it to, she got a Coke can next to it like for all the time, just to like ready.
I can understand the fact
couldn't guess
if
it
erect, it's 4 to 5.
Yeah, well that makes sense.
It makes sense for it to be
Maths-wise,
30.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And guess what? I used
that. What she's saying
Oh, yeah,
is
guess
she
what?
used that
Yeah.
as the answer.
Yeah, I told him it was below average penis. I really didn't think it would bother him. We've grown up to be so comfortable that I thought he might get a little embarrassed and then we'll laugh it off and have sex. But no, he gave me a smile. But I know this guy. I knew it bothered him. I knew it ruined the fun. And I got sad. I didn't show it though. And I got sad. We played another round and then he wanted to go home and get some sleep because he was tired. It's been 3 weeks. It hasn't been the same with me. He doesn't give me the usual good morning, good night calls. When we see each other, he plays the music in his car loud, so we don't talk as much. He also won't have sex with me. He barely wants to give me a kiss. Usually he's really outgoing, but he's toned it down. I told him I noticed he's acting different, but he kept insisting that everything's normal. How do I talk to him about that night without making things worse? Any advice?
So,
to be honest...
wait, first of
Okay.
all, we need a name.
Oh,
It's a lady,
Jessica.
so-
I'm going to
Jessica
call her Jessica.
Hinge.
Why Hinge?
I don't know.
Okay,
Normal
Jessica
name.
Hinge. To be honest,
So-
Jessica Hinge, if
I
he's
think
got
this
a 4
is
to 5
brilliant.
inches erect penis,
This is
he
my
probably
favourite
already
thing
knows.
ever. But what I love is she went, he might get a little bit embarrassed and they'll laugh it off and have sex. I love the idea that she tells him he has a
Yeah.
small penis and
Yeah,
then she
and then
expects to have
expects
sex afterwards.
Yeah, that's
And also
brilliant.
there's the bit where he plays loud music in the car. I just thought,
Just like, nope, drown you
picking
out.
you, yeah, like you. What do you think's going to happen?
Yeah.
In that you don't want to talk to him because.
But
she
what
doesn't
happens
want-
when you're out the car? Like, what are they doing? Just like, you
Just
just
put
like,
headphones
just
in.
put headphones in. You can listen to
For
these
fuck's
headphones.
sake!
We'll be listening to
What
them
is
about
that game?
What do you mean?
What's the game they're playing?
Is it? No,
Imagine
it's
playing
not.
that with just 2 people.
No, because there is like weird sexual games like that. That's
But
like
it's not a
say
sexual
something
game,
embarrassed.
it's
Are they
just-
playing it with lots of other people?
No,
or
I
not?
don't think it's
No.
just them. Imagine that. I've got a card game.
Go game. No,
Look
but
at this.
There are like, no, there are
It's
like,
brilliant.
there are some weird ones. I found
Confess stuff to each other. What? I don't understand. I mean, just say.
What do you
He
mean?
must know he's got a small
Well, that's the
penis.
thing. Like, well, the point. I mean, it's not small. It's just below average. I mean, like,
And
4 to 5 inches
flaccid
erect, nice.
means nothing. It could not
Yeah,
be
yeah.
there and flaccid. Like,
Yeah.
I think
It could pop out
it could just,
And just
pop
like-
out when it's just erect.
like a
It just goes,
Frontari.
"Boop," and there you go. And it could be 8 inches long. But when it's flat, well, no, it doesn't quite work.
No, sometimes.
But
sometimes.
flaccid
like,
can be really small.
yeah,
But what do we do to help her? Because she's
I really think you
Miss
should.
Hinge is in
I think,
trouble.
well, I think obviously the thing to do would have been to say sorry as soon as it was like, as soon as it sort of came out and just be like, well, I mean, like, you can tell if you're with him and you're not comfortable with him, you guys pretending to be all right with it and obviously going, oh, we'll just play another card game, haha, nothing's said, nothing's bad. If you realise that he's feeling sad about it, you've made him feel sad, straight up apologise and just be like, give him head. I don't know, like
Yeah,
you don't
I
want to,
think
like, you sort of want to
playing with the peen is
what, right
sort
after.
Yeah.
Well, like, yeah, because it sort of just means that you still like it.
Well, the thing is,
Just imagining just putting it in like a shoebox and just stroking it.
It's so sad though.
No, it's not sad, it's alright, but
Yeah,
they
it's
shouldn't
not that
have said
bad. I keep thinking. I was just about to say, if it were me, I don't think I'd get that upset. But if I'm honest,
Yeah, if you had a
I
small
probably
penis.
would.
Yeah, you would.
It's really not nice to be told that, but there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah.
I mean, you could buy him a penis pump, but those
No.
don't. I don't even think those work.
No, just sort of make out like it's. Well, yeah, just think about
I
if there's
know.
anything that you're particularly like.
Playing this
self-conscious about.
section of the podcast, it'll feel much better.
Yeah, to be honest, mate, don't worry about
It'll
it.
be all right. Just all right.
Anything more than a
Find
mouthful is
this-
a waste anyway.
Yeah, exactly. I don't even know what that
Says,
means.
well, it's basically like what else?
If she
are you gonna
can't get it to,
if she's just sucking like the mouthful, anything more than mouthfuls away.
yeah,
like what
everything
else?
for him is
like,
deep throated.
I mean, if you want to be really, really, really like selfish, then that's. I mean, if you want to be selfish, then that's a good way to think.
But it's not to do with.
But also,
it's more to do with
if she keeps
in
saying
her
that she's enjoying
vagina.
the sex, then obviously, I think what you should do is actually just show him this message that you've written on Yahoo Answers.
Yeah, because
Obviously,
I think
really,
you should play him this part of the podcast, not
obviously
only
that's
because
fair.
it'll get us an extra view, but also because we have seen that you're not showing him that you've posted this.
Yeah.
You're showing him that we've answered you posting this.
Yeah.
And I think what I'd do, give it another little bit of time. When was this posted? I don't even know.
Yeah, it doesn't say.
It doesn't say when it's posted.
Years and years and years.
But I'd give it a little bit more time, then plan a really out there sexual experience.
What?
Right?
Right. Okay.
I don't know. Just set something up.
What like?
I don't
Can you
know.
Give us some examples of what men would like to do
Oh, well, I
Listen
don't know
to
what
loud
this guy
music.
wants to do.
in the car.
Yeah, you could do it in the car while the loud music's on. That doesn't sound good.
No.
No, just, I don't know, buy some...
No, because
Things, or buy some toys and
you
that.
can't buy toys, because if you buy toys, then it sort of makes
No,
out like
not
your
for her.
penis. Well, for him, what, you can just do like a flashlight.
I don't know, just stick whips or whatever. I don't know, it doesn't really
No, 'cause
matter.
then it seems like she's not.
She's pulling attention away from the
happy.
penis.
Yeah,
I see what you're saying.
yeah. Just
What do you want
cherish
to do?
the
It's
penis.
so...
Cherish the penis. Just like
Oh, I've got it.
what?
Buy really tiny like models of like
Yeah, that's a good
fruit and little like cars and that, and then
Oh, right.
put it within his bush so it looks bigger.
To him, make it like the penis is like a tower, and all the little villages around
Yeah.
the bushes live there.
So make a little hat that looks like the top of the Empire State Building.
Yeah,
Pop that on there.
possibly. I mean,
Then you can have like the base of it. You can have lots of other little buildings, and we can just have a tiny little flan on the roof.
It's not Flan. This isn't Flan. This is Jessica.
No, I know,
Hinge.
but like Flan will be
Where's
there.
Flan? Flan's
already.
there just protecting
Flan's
people
just
against
already there
Ebola
living
and
in-
things
yeah.
like that.
He's got a little
He's
suit
like,
on.
Ebola won't get me
He's got a
here.
little one of them suits on. He's in that
hide
big
on
plastic
Jessica's
bag I was
penis.
talking about, and he's beating up a zombie.
Do you know what I would love
So that's
to find
easy.
out? Do you know what I'd really like to find out?
About this lady, about
No, I mean,
Jessica
like,
Hinge.
what else? What would have happened if she's done like a counter response to this? It'd be incredible to find out if she's actually just gone, yeah, we broke up. He said my boobs were too small. I think you should talk to him, but like obviously
You have to bring it up.
you just got to bring it up in like a
Again.
nice way. But just sort of just
And
make out,
bring
like,
the penis up too.
Like he already knows that his penis is like small on average.
Yeah.
Like he's
If he
obviously
goes to the gym,
yeah, like if he goes
and he
to the
sees
gym,
those
he's
really
got
old
mates.
blokes who've much bigger penises.
But also, it's constantly said that like 6 inches is just the average, and it has to be the average. But I mean, as long as you let him know that you really like his dick, you're liking the D. You're not upset with the D. You just.
But that's why I'm saying do a sexual thing.
No. Well, yeah,
Because,
do something sexual.
But not like
fake it more. No, don't do that.
no, but make it like a thing and be like, look. But don't say words like this. Try this first. I'd say just do him. Just do him first. Just have sex with him.
Well,
and
no,
that.
but he's saying that you won't have sex with her, and that's rape.
He will.
Yeah,
if he
I know,
walks
come on,
into a room and she's
if you
butt
just
naked,
like, yeah, no, there's no doubt about it. Do something spontaneous and fancy like that. Just be like, oh my god, I can't get enough of your dick.
What
and you've
about
not had
bringing
sex
a
with me for
third
the last 3
person
reels.
involved?
No, don't. I don't. I think this is
oh,
serious.
they might make sense. They make fun of the other penis. That's
Yeah, that could be worse. It's like, oh my god, I thought you said it was small, but I didn't realize it was
bring
this
another
small.
guy
No,
with a
that's
tiny
awful.
penis.
That's never gonna make it
And then-
work. Also, yeah, with a guy with a tiny penis. Oh yeah, well you've got a 4 to 5 inch penis. This guy's got a 2 to 1 inch penis. So together it makes an average sized penis.
Well, you
I
can't
thought
stack
we could be
peens.
together.
That doesn't really
No,
work.
you can't stack penis.
You could try.
But I actually genuinely think you should do something like nice and sexual and make out like you've been desperate for it, because obviously you do. That
You're
just
gagging
also
for
shows like you do really like the dick.
Which she can't do because it's too small. But
No, you shouldn't gag off 4 to 5 inches.
I was saying she's gagging for it.
What do you
I
mean?
made a pun.
Oh, because. But no, I know
She
the
can't get-
gagging. I know the gagging. That's what I mean. But could you gag on? You could definitely gag on 4 to 5 inches.
Could you?
Well, I could probably gag off my thumb.
That's not 4 or 5 inches.
No, that's just like 2
That's
inches.
2
that's what I'm
inches.
saying. So,
Oh. Yeah, but you put it
By the way, I just tried to
Reviews
gag
are
myself
me.
with my thumb.
deep throated his thumb.
Okay.
So I think Jessica Hinge has been sorted. We've solved her
No,
problem.
yeah, Jessica Hinge,
We've
just say
made
something.
so
Just
far
wasn't
2
it-
people in
keep
the
up
world's
Jessica Hinge.
life are much better. My boyfriend said that he would probably break up with me if I got fat. should I stay with him? Update.
The update.
He's not in the best of shape himself, and I'm still with him.
Are we just is this like an agony uncle thing, or like they're trying to basically find out from a guy's point of view?
I think honestly they just put on it. I'll show you the list of. I'll show you the relationship and family and relationship section later.
Yeah.
But some of them are really dark.
Really.
So I'm sort of picking the ones that look kind of funny.
Yeah.
And this one looks quite funny because I think it's really sad.
Yeah. No, that is. Well, I mean, like.
So wait. What? Just.
It's probably.
The question is, should I stay with him?
Yeah, probably.
No.
What do you think? Why do you think no? He's
Well,
obviously.
he sounds like a bit of a twat.
Well, is he joking?
I'm worried about her. What's her name?
Let's give it. She looks kind of Spanish in that photo, so let's call her Solita Costa Bravas.
Solita Costa Bravas. Okay.
That's her name.
So, I think
No, wait.
Solita should just get rid of him.
No, don't get rid of him.
Because
if it's about a joke, but like she's updated it and she said he's not in the best shape himself, and I'm still with him. Find out if it's a joke. I mean, like 'cause a lot of guys are really
I think we have to
self-conscious and sort of
treat
just
it.
like, oh yeah, and she's like, oh baby, let's do it in Mexican voice. Oh, baby, if I get fat, will you break up with me? And then he'll just be like, probably just to sort of like make you think that you don't want him to get, he doesn't want you to get fat. He's probably just gone, yeah, probably.
Well, we can't make that assumption. We sort of have to assume that it's. She's asking the question as if it's true.
Well, I mean, are you considering getting fat? Obviously, if he's still
I
likes
understand
you,
she's not intending to get fat.
No.
But why would you want him to be with this lady? Why would you want him to be with this guy?
Sometimes guys say things like that are like jokey or whatever.
But I don't think he's joking.
I personally know someone whose initials are MM. Right, you know the person I'm talking about. And he has said something very similar to a girl. And and JD, the other one that I know, who actually is a doctor,
he's in Scrubs.
John Dorian, but not John Dorian, he constantly said to his ex-girlfriend that he's going to break up with her if he's going to get fat. This is sort of something that is just obviously a bit of a joke, and it obviously can be a little bit mean, horrible.
But then again, MM and JD are both
twats.
Fit. Well, yes, but they're both fitness nuts as well.
They are both fitness nuts.
The angle of so this guy's not really in particularly great shape. If this guy
could be self-conscious though about that. That's why.
And maybe it's an inner fear of his own of him being like, well, I'm going to get fat and you're going to dump me, so he has to say it first.
But then again, it's like, well, you've got fed now. But also, I don't know. I think that's a tough one. How long is this going? 30 minutes. Let's just finish this.
No, we have one more amazing one. In my opinion, I say you should break up with him
let's do
and
this.
find a guy who's. Well, you've said I don't know how big you are right now, like how far towards quote unquote fat you are, but I'm sure you're not fat at all, and I'm sure you're a lovely human being. That just find a guy who's not bothered about weight.
Yeah, but then again,
I know that's quite hard.
Yeah, well,
but you found one guy who is bothered about it. I'd say, find out if it was a joke.
Yeah, find out if it's a joke, really. But if he does actually have that sort of hatred of fat people, they just be like, look in the mirror, son.
Yeah, say that exact word, then just sort of jump out the window. Don't do that.
Jump out the window, Salita.
That's how I like ending my stories.
Thank you, Salita Costa Bravas.
Yeah, we love you.
We love you.
And we just
we're really sorry
stay away
if this
from
has been
cakes
rubbish.
and stuff.
We will link you our address.
Yeah, so you can. Right, so this is the next one.
Oh.
I can hear my parents having sex all the time. It's disgusting. Is it okay if I tell them to stop? Recently, I moved back in with my parents for a while before I get onto the place. Oh, I've got to show more. I don't know what happened between when I left and now, but my parents have got really loud when they're in the bedroom. I know they do it about 3 to 5 times a week, because I can hear them doing it every time. Oh my god, my mum squeals really loud, and says embarrassing dirty things to my dad.
I never heard this when I was a kid, but now I don't even know why they care if I hear. It's driving me crazy. It's disgusting hearing my parents do it all the time, but I don't feel like I can tell them to quiet down because it's their house. Can I tell them to quiet down? If so, how? Update. I know how I got in the world, but hearing your parents having sex is still weird.
Yeah, I agree. this is the strangest thing
It's
on the planet.
To be honest, I mean, yeah, I've heard my parents having sex before.
Have you?
Yeah, the
I
odd time
haven't.
when I was very young.
I mean, I haven't heard mine. Not that I haven't heard.
You haven't
I haven't heard yours either. But
He said like, I'm recently moving back in with my parents.
before
So,
you
like,
move out again, I'd say wait it out.
No, I wouldn't say wait. I'd say something because it could be funny. If they're kinky, if they're like still having sex 3 to 5 times. I mean, this guy is, in my eyes, this guy's about 21. He's just finished college or whatever, and he's gone back. He's moved back into his house because he's trying to save up to buy a place, right?
Yeah.
In my head, this guy is that age. If you're not that age and you're about 5 and you're moving out, well done to you. But if they do it 3 to 5 times a week, they're already kinky as shit. So they're not bothered. They've obviously just got pretty loud while you've been away because they've not had to shut up. But they just probably don't even realise.
I say. Yeah,
I think you've got to say something.
Do this.
If
Also,
they're
what's his name?
3 to 5 times.
Larry the Spanner.
Lurcher. No, Larry the Lurcher. Because he's got like a lurching. How?
I think no, that's like the default one.
Oh, that's the
anonymous one.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah.
Well, he obviously wants to remain anonymous, so we will call you anonymous
Larry.
person.
No, Larry. His name's Larry.
Okay,
His name's Larry the
right.
Lamb.
Larry the Lamb.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Larry the Lamb. I'd say.
Look, man. I just say. Oh, right. If he lives in a house that's, well, you don't know. If he lives in America, there aren't many attached houses like there are in England. But if you live in an attached house,
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
if you can know your neighbours. This is a bit of a long shot. If you know your neighbours.
Also, what is this? Where is this gonna go?
You go to your
This
neighbours
is
and
a bad
say,
idea.
"Can you tell my parents?" Yeah.
Stop. Yeah, that's not a good idea. What are you gonna just go around the street just going, yeah, my parents are having sex really loudly. Can you hear them and can you tell them? I think you should personally just go up to your mum or your dad, whichever one you're closest to, and do a bit of shaming.
I've got brilliant advice there, and I'm sort of stealing this from Jake and Amir's. They had one that was similar where someone could hear their brother listening to porn in the other room. So it's sort of similar sort of awkwardness. And I think it was Alison Williams was there, and she said, just shout once, just shout like quieting down or something, just once, just do that, so they know that noise is a thing.
Yeah.
They know at some point that you're not saying stop having sex or stop making that. Just say noise. Like, just make it arbitrary. It could be anything. It could be them playing ping pong or something.
Or just turn up music really loud in your room whilst they're banging, and then sort of just be like, I mean, if you turn your music up really loud, they'll be like, hold on, shh, what's that sound? And then they'll be like, oh shit, if we can hear that, do you think he's put that on because we're making shitloads of sound, raw dogging, and I'm saying kinky shit to you, husband? No, I think it's just he's embarrassed to hear his mum going, yeah, fuck me like a pig, or fuck me like a slut, or whatever. Like, I think that's what he's saying is embarrassingly dirty. He's not just going, she's not just saying, I wet the bed when I was 5. Dirty things to him, like, it's like, oh, it's embarrassing.
Wetting your bed when you're 5, it's normal.
Yeah, whatever. It wasn't for me. I was traumatized. No, I think you should definitely say something.
Just say,
or do the turning up the sound.
The music's not a bad one,
because that's not a bad one. And also you could
start with that, and if it doesn't work, do the old shout through the wall, like.
No, but you should say something though.
Mom, don't say. Just go. Shut up or whatever. Or no, because then you
don't go, Mom. Don't address it to your mum.
No, don't say
shut
word.
Up, Dad, keep going. Mom, shut up. You can carry on though, Dad. You're not saying embarrassing shit and squealing. You're just grunting.
Squealing.
Yeah, squealing.
That's weird. I'm sorry, Larry, that you've had to go through that.
Let me tell you a little story about when I was living in Bristol. I lived in halls, and I was living next to a bisexual French guy. I've told you about this. Charles
the guy who never used to leave his room?
Yeah, he never used to leave his room.
Because I visited Mark. Mark wasn't there for very long, and I visited you once.
Yeah.
And I was there for like 2 days or so.
Yeah.
Never saw the guy.
It was
never saw the guy.
One time I heard through these paper thin walls, and I'd say I was about 6 inches away from all this stuff because my bed was against his bed, but through a wall, if you get what I mean. And I heard like a gay French guy threesome.
Were they all French?
I don't know. I could only hear grunts, but it was all basically several different like grunt sounds coming
Oh.
from them. It was like
What?
you could just hear
That
lots
sounds
and
like
lots
a
of.
choir, but
No, I
really
know because I
bad.
can't do the two noises at the same time. But
Oh, yeah.
essentially, it was like
We
three
could
different
harmonise.
pitches. Yeah, but that's not.
No.
No,
Well, then my parents might think we
Yeah,
were having
that's-
sex through the wall.
that's something. That's
And they might
scary.
turn the music up really
Yeah.
loud and tell us to shut up.
But yeah, I banged on the
Oh,
wall.
that's quite nice.
I
They
banged
did
on
that.
the wall and they
I quite
carried
like
on.
the fact that. What was he called?
Charles Cabaret. I shouldn't really be saying that shit.
His name was Cabaret.
Cabaret, yeah, I think so. Or maybe that was a gay French. Maybe that was.
Yeah, that's
maybe that
not
was a
real.
maybe that was a choice. Yeah. But then again, cabaret is like that's a French word, though, isn't it?
Yeah,
Charles
it's like being
Cabaret.
called like
No, I
Johnny
think his name was-
Circus.
To be honest, I think his name was Charles Cabaret.
Oh wow, I like him.
But he was cool. He was a cool guy. But I mean, I could hear him having sex with two other men. They might have been French. They might not have been French, but I assume they were. 'Cause
I
he used to
kind of
hang
want
out
him
in
to be
groups.
French.
He used to hang out in French groups.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, like he had groups of friends that were mostly just French. But it was weird hearing that. Very strange.
So, you got our advice there, Larry.
Yeah, Larry, I'd say
And
something.
we're not going to help anyone else because
Yeah, that's
we've
it.
gone on for quite a long time.
But
And we want to keep these to sort of half an hour. But I think we pretty much... My guy's face is weird. We pretty much solved everyone's problems.
yeah, I think so.
We did a pretty good job. No one is...
No one's safe.
No, well, everyone's happy now because we've solved all their problems. I mean,
learned that
we've only... It's only episode 1.
Yeah,
So we've not... The world isn't fixed yet. But at some point...
we will.
It won't be too long. Episode 5, do you think?
The whole world. I'd go for 6, mate.
Maybe.
Don't set
Okay.
yourself up for a fail. Send us an email if you've got any questions or anything that you
hollow
particularly
address
want to talk
At
about.
gmail.com.
Send us an email.
Or you can go to the... I'm be posting this on YouTube and SoundCloud. And when I can be bothered, iTunes, because we've got to pay for that. Or at least I think we do. But yeah, it'll be on YouTube, and if you can contact us through YouTube as well if you want to. I think that's everything. We'll make a Facebook page at some point.
Yeah. See you in a bit, though.
Yeah.
I'll see you around. Catch
Live
you on the
your
flip
life.
side.
Bye, Larry. We love you.